Hello, to anyone watching the stream. Obviously we haven't had it so that long, so I need to mute my computer actually. And it's good to know that I can actually hear myself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Aurora Racing League here at the streets of Baku in Azerbaijan, the country's capital here, Baku City Circuit. And DJ, a new driver here in the AlphaTauri, tearing it up on pole. On for pole. Provisional pole position of 140.759. A very decent and respectable lap time indeed from the rookie. But we'll have to wait and see if anyone can dislodge him. We got Rayner, reigning champion, on a lap here. He might have just started it. Actually, that's a shot. I need to sort my camera settings out, but I don't think this might be my bad, because I don't think I can do graphic settings, not camera settings. So because I'm completely useless, I forgot to change the onboard camera settings, so we're stuck with these for the whole weekend, unfortunately. Into the pits goes Randro. Right, DJ on a lap, Rayner also on a lap, and he's set a purple sector 1. He's 2 tenths down on his time. 2 tenths up on his time, actually. Finding his way through the castle section, one of the most difficult sections, if not the most difficult in Formula 1. He'll be making his way through down to the sharp left-hander here, which many have got wrong in the past, but Rayner won't. Perfection personified, and then into the pretty much final proper corner. He's 6 tenths up, flying here at Baku City Circuit. This is going to give DJ a run for his money as he's driving the Ferrari engine down the final straight to the start-finish line, reaching some of the highest speeds on the calendar, 213, 14, 15, 16, 17 miles an hour. He'll cross the line and he will improve, but he's 4,000ths of a second off DJ's time and actually runs it off the track in an attempt. Thanks, young Paolo, you're young leader, aren't you? Young leader in the chat. And DJ has just about escaped Rayner's grasp as Rayner misses out. Yeah, Paolo, just checking. I thought you were. Which would you rather me call you? Because when you're in chat, I'm going to call you Paolo. But then on the race, I'm probably going to end up calling you young leader. So, I mean, it's up to you. I can try and call you either both young leader or both Paolo. It's up to you. I don't mind. DJ just about escaping from Rayner. Whatever is easier. Probably when you're in chat calling you Paolo, and when you're in the race calling you young leader, to be honest, is going to be easier for me. But yeah, if that's alright with you, then that's what I'll do. DJ, yeah, like I say, escaping very narrowly from Rayner, but we've got time left. Welcome back. Ted Kravitz is his nickname. Ernest Ass by day, Ted Kravitz by night, that's what they call him. 4 minutes left in this session. JB in the Mercedes. And that Mercedes is a beautiful looking car. No longer Ernest Ass. New now. Are you in the race? Oh, since you're on PC, right, okay, fair enough. JB, I think he's also new. Dissolve, we've had him before. Randro, young leader Labid, who is out of the session. Koiz, Mikhail, who's down in 9th, struggling in that Red Bull, just like they did today at Singapore. If you watch the F1, finally Red Bull haven't qualified in the top 10. Finally, we have a new pole sitter. Obviously, we had a new pole sitter for Monza, but finally there's a chance that someone else will win. So tune in tomorrow for the Singapore Grand Prix, which is not commentated by me, unfortunately. That would be a dream come true. And DJ is out of the session, so I'm not sure what's happened to the AlphaTauris, but they are both out of the session. Here's the Williams of Steven Alvarez. CRC. This guy's name just looks professional. And he's on PC. What can the Williams driver do and earn the stats? Before you comment, I have already spoken about how horrible these camera settings are. And I did forget to change them, and I do apologise. And I can't change them now. It just doesn't work. So I apologise for that in advance. I am going to go and, or Ern, if you could do me a solid and copy and paste the stream into the general chat or whatever chat you want. Oh, big crash for Steven. Oh, that's a huge crash, and that's Young Leader, I think, weaving out of the way, trying to avoid him. That is a nasty crash. Unbelievable. That is a huge incident on the start finish straight there or thereabouts. That is terrible to see for the Williams driver. What, I missed you. So Ern, if you could go and paste the link to the stream in the general chat, that'd be great, just to get more people watching, basically. But oh my lord, you just missed. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the crash? Because that's a huge incident. I've never seen crashes like that. I don't think I've seen a crash that bad in qualifying before. That is a massive crash for the Williams driver. A huge disappointment for the Williams team. And that's their only driver out of qualifying. Unbelievable. Coy's in 8th on a flying lap here. A second off on his time. But that is still a way off DJ. Powering that Mercedes engine down the straight. Reaching speeds of 216, 17, 18 miles an hour. And he goes across the line to take pole by just 99 hundredths of a second. And you look at this, he's literally just parked up on the runoff zone now. Coy's with an absolutely blistering lap time, and he's retired from the session as well. Rayner on an out lap needs to get to the line to start another lap. Will he make it to the line? I think with 35 seconds you'd hope so. JB also on a flying lap now. Let's see what he can do in the Mercedes car. Okay, Don, thank you, Ern. Appreciate that one, mate. Rayner needs to get to the line sooner rather than later. He's got 15 seconds, so he will make it to the line to start his lap. Looking up the road, we've got Dissolve in that Mercedes on his lap. Running up to the castle section, the most technical section, the most difficult section in my opinion in the calendar. And he does that with absolute perfection, weaving his way through these treacherous tight walls and tight corners. Dissolve managing to thread that Mercedes through and try and put himself a bit higher up in the order. You can also see Randro, who's gone purple in the middle sector, 6/10 up on his lap time. What can the Aston Martin driver do here? Randro down in 7th at the moment, but that might not be for much longer. That Mercedes engine powering him down the straight. 209, 216 miles an hour. He will reach 17. He's going to cross the line, and it's going to be good enough for 5th. So it could have been better. Let's see what Dissolve can do as he's about to cross the line, and he goes 5th fastest. Randro down to 6th. Here's JB next to cross the line. He will be. His teammate's just gone up to 5th. Couldn't improve over his teammate. Let's see what JB can do. Let's see where he can put it, and he can't put it anywhere. He loses control and spins the car into a wall. Bit of debris left out from him. And now, behind him, it's the Red Bull of Mikhail to cross the line. But it's only good enough for 7th place. Young Leader, no, it's not Young Leader at all. It's actually Totally No Pro. Hasn't even set a lap time yet. And he's got Rayner behind him. He's going to be giving a tow to Rayner behind him. Totally No Pro is going to cross the line and is going to take 11th place. And Rayner is going to take pole by about 300ths of a second. It's a close, cutting it very close indeed. And the only person who's on the track who can take that from him is Young Leader, or it was Young Leader before he went and invalidated his lap time. So when Young Leader crosses the line, no, he's well, going quite slowly, so I think he'll end up going into the pits actually. But when Young Leader's car is parked up, that will mark the end of qualifying. No, he does cross the line because that is actually a quicker way of finishing qualifying. And there you have it. Mikhail is not on pole, it's Rayner. I get their names wrong all the time because of how close they compete. But Rayner on pole for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Koiz second, DJ third, JB in the Mercedes fourth, and Dissolve in the Mercedes fifth. Mercedes 4 and 5. Oh no, sorry, Dissolve fifth. Sorry, I don't know why I said 6th. Mercedes 4 and 5 there. Randro 6th, Mikhail 7th. New Era Racing, I think I'll just call him New Era, in 8th. Young Leader 9th. Labib 10th. Red Bull struggling. Ironic. Absolutely, actually. I did say that before. There has been a Red Bull upset, just like there was today in the Singapore Grand Prix. Tolino Pro down in 11th in the Red Bull, and Steven Alvarez, after that huge crash on the final turn, really, spinning it into the wall. Huge incident there, and Beast plays in the Alpine not actually doing any qualifying laps at all. It's actually pronounced is it Labib, like that? First time trying to say it. Labib for Labib 12. So is Labib, is that like, okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Basically, there is a lot of names that I have to read out very quickly, and there was also a lot of names like, for I don't know if he's still in the league, but there's this guy called Vinchessa. That's what I call him, at least, and his username started with a Q and then has Vinchessa in. And I still don't know to this day if I was pronouncing it correctly. I'll try and do my best, but I will definitely butcher a few names. But yeah, that's one for everyone. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, just give me a shout in chat or DM me after the race or something, because I hate mispronouncing names. So there's a dude in the race who just joined and got invited by his friend. Hasn't done the trials or anything. Oh dear, that's not good. Is that what's kicking off in chat? Because I know that I'm getting a lot of pings off my computer. Right, formation lap begins. Let's just get all of my stuff set up. Here we go. Won't take too long. Right, so Steven Alvarez, the one who absolutely smashed it into the wall, obliterated the car, and nearly took out, I think it was Young Leader. He nearly ended up collecting the remains of that stranded car, has been invited in without a trial. He's joined without a trial from Labib, and is going to have to leave the session, I imagine, because you're definitely not allowed to join the league without having any trials. But we move. I'm gonna now get my track map up, because right, track map set up. He's still in there. The Williams, yeah, I know. Down in 12th. Right, just give me 1 second. I'll be really. Yeah, it's gonna be like a second. Right, we're back. And we are ready. And Rainer retired from the session, and lots of people are leaving the session. Sorry, I just had to go and say, is this because of Stephen Al? Are we getting right into it? No, we got a formation up. Then check out Rocket Man down on YouTube. I might have to take that stream down. Oh wow, someone's already spun off the start. JB, not a great start. Right, I need to get into professional mode now, man. Sounds like my average Rocket League game with my friends. Yeah, well, we were playing Rainbow Six. I don't really play Rocket League anymore. So, difficult start for JB. Off the formation lap, he manages to do a 180 and starts facing the wall. Rainer is going to be the one that leads them down the straight to turn 1 today. Good qualifying. Pulled it out the bag. And let's see what he can do over the course of 26 laps around the streets of Baku in the Azerbaijan capital. Look at these graphics. I play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Solid game. Not as good as the original though. Game's kind of dead though. The original Battlefront was so good. I used to play it. But respectfully, I need to lock in now because I am not I am not focusing on F1 commentary right now. I'm focusing on being a normal person. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Right, here we go. Rainer, blistering qualifying lap. Is he going to be fast enough today, though, to stop Kois from overtaking him on the first lap? I think he'll be able to hold him off. It depends on the launch that Kois can get. DJ, the debut racer, in that AlphaTauri, was doing really well, but didn't actually manage to get another lap in. I think he just DNF'd himself when he was in the pit lane, or in the garage. He just left. I don't know, he didn't want to do any more laps, clearly. JB in the Mercedes and Dissolve in the Mercedes. These two guys might give themselves each a bit of trouble off the start. If team orders have anything to say about anything, then I'm sure Mercedes on the pit wall won't want that to happen. But I've never seen them race together before, so JB being a new racer, I'm pretty sure. We'll have to wait and see. Randro in the Aston Martin in 6th. I think he'll be underwhelmed by his performance, but I know that he's got a lot more left in the tank to give. We'll have to see how he does over the course of the race. Oh, Ern, you said hello there, but I thought that's just the way you greeted me, to be honest. I didn't realise that you were a Star Wars fan. Anyway, we're lining up on the grid. Good old Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. Right, we're lining up on the grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix that lays ahead of us, and this is a shocking camera angle. As per usual, it wouldn't be an F1 ARL League race without it. The lights are going to be on, and we aren't going to be able to see the lights, but the lights are going to be on ahead of us for the Aurora Racing League Bahrain Grand Prix. It's 5 red lights, and we're on the way for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Rainer gets away well. Koi's under pressure into turn 1 from DJ. DJ not able to squeeze past around the outside. JB and Dissolve overtaking each other. They're going to go side by side into turn 2. Bit of contact there with Randro in the background for one of the Mercedes drivers. And there's a spin. And it's New Era already around in the first few corners. Koi's 2nd. DJ 3rd. And Dissolve 4th. With his teammate and Randro behind him. Randro managing to get around the outside of JB. But JB is going to fight back around the outside. Can JB keep the position? Yes, he can. That's a great defensive move there from the Mercedes to cover off the Aston Martin. Rainer starting to get away from Kois a little bit, but Kois is going to stay as close to the back of him as he can through these technical sections on the run up to the castle section. There is no way you'd be able to fit 2 cars through there. Slowly does it through there. Will anyone go into the wall through the castle section? We'll have to wait and see. And I think they're all through very cleanly. A New Era, a horror start for him. Koi's all over the back of that Ferrari, trying to make a move. Will he be able to get past? Not at the moment. He's not able to squeeze through. But we're running up to the final few corners of this lap. And there is going to be a chance down this straight. The longest straight in Formula 1. The onboards again. Yeah, I did comment on it in qualifying before. I apologise. Down to the straight we go. No DRS, but the Mercedes, no, sorry, the AlphaTauri and the McLaren aren't going to need that to fly past the Ferrari. They are going to need to be a little bit closer though. But here we go. Gaining and gaining. Kois is getting closer and closer, but he isn't able to try anything down the inside into turn 1. Dissolve. You can see going into the corner, and now there's a bit of fighting going on in the background here, but nothing much really coming of any of it. Kois still on the back of Rayner, going down another relatively long straight. Is he going to look for something down the inside? Maybe. No, there's no move there. And he just has to pull out of it. We've got yellow flags in Sector 1, and that's the AlphaTauri of Labib. So the AlphaTauris, one's at the top of the order, and one's right at the bottom. A very contrasting performance from the two teammates. For some reason my timing screen is all glitched, so I can't actually know who I'm meant to be watching and not. Red Bulls are struggling. Mikhail needs a good result in this close championship battle. That's very true from Owen. Mikhail down in 6th, and his championship counterpart Rayner up in 1st. This is not what Mikhail wants to see. Mikhail wants to be up there and fighting, but he can't at the moment. Speaking of fighting, Kois and DJ are really going at it, and this is allowing Rayner, sorry. This is allowing Rayner to get away a second the gap, and DJ is ever closer to the back of Kois and will be eyeing up a move sooner rather than later. Oh, really shaky exit on that corner from the McLaren driver, and DJ has to slam on to avoid going into the back of him. Dissolve. You're going to watch him maybe take advantage of this now from Kois as well, and I think someone else has gone around, and they have, and I think it's Beast Plays who's gone around there. Dissolve, can he capitalise on Kois Rayner with the fastest lap? And into the pits goes Kois. I think there's a bit of damage there to that Papaya Orange McLaren. DRS enabled, and have a look at this battle going on in the background. Mikhail's getting overtaken by Young Leader. There's a battle going on here, and into the rear of the Red Bull goes the Mercedes. There's 3 abreast. There's a lot of contact, and now JB's down to 8th. Young Leader in 6th, and around the outside Mikhail is going to get that move done, but DRS open for the Ferrari, open for Totally No Pro, and surely they're going to breeze past Mikhail. No, they're not. Down the inside, Totally No Pro trying to force it against the Scuderia, and he's going to get that move done. No, he's not. He's held off by the Scuderia for now. You can see the Mercedes lurking in the background, trying to pounce on any mistake that he can. JB was pushed to the side by one of the Red Bulls, and he is again there. Look at this contact that they're making. They're touching more and more. Just like Hamilton and Verstappen from that 2021 season. These guys are going at it. Down the inside goes JB, and he can reclaim the 7th place. No, he can't. Totally No Pro. Putting up a fierce defense, and again, just bumping Totally No Pro to keep that. Bumping JB. Wow, I can't speak today. JB. Pushing him back off, and now look at this. Young Leader and Totally No Pro. What's Young Leader going to do on the Red Bull? Is he going to put it down the inside? He definitely thought about it, but he can't get back past Mikhail for now. Young Leader just running in the slipstream of the Red Bull, and he's got a really nice run out of that corner. This could be trouble for Mikhail. He's going to get DRS's Young Leader, and Mikhail can defend through these next corners, but it's only going to bring the other Red Bull closer. And now, with DRS about to be open, they're side by side down the final straight. And here comes Young Leader flying past Mikhail. And here comes Totally No Pro flying past Mikhail. And possibly Young Leader into turn 1 they go. Side by side. Try and get around the outside. Totally No Pro might have the move done. Can he get it? Into the left-hander of turn 2. No, he can't, and he just has to sit in behind, but there's going to be side-by-side again. DRS open again. And look at this, Mikhail's down to 11th. I think he came into the pits. I'm not sure if there was damage there or what. But Totally No Pro goes flying into 5th place. JB can't pounce on the Ferrari. Oh no! Totally No Pro into the wall and out of this race. Unbelievable, and there's a safety car. There is a safety car. Totally No Pro made the move, but he went into a wall subsequently after that. Unbelievable drama in the middle of the pack. That is some of the best racing you will have seen. That's some of the best racing I've ever seen in Aurora Racing League history. Unbelievable. Unfortunately, it was finished off by a crash. That was unreal. To anyone who watched that, You're very lucky. That's some of the best bit of racing I've seen, and it must have been even better for the people driving in it, except for Totally No Pro, who finds himself out of this race. Safety car's out, and the only man who's really had a look in at winning this race at the moment is Rayner, and he's up in first place. Andrew, I crashed. I asked for a detailed response, and that's what I got. Says Ern, not me. Ern, in contact, obviously, with the drivers, does a great job at Sky Race Control. Andrew in the chat, and we have got some interesting remarks being stated in the chat. Labib crashed with New Era. New Era is out, and I think has possibly retired from the league. In a statement he has just put out, stating some interesting words, some choice words, some profanities. So I will try and water it down as much as I can for the stream. He expressed his disappointment for Labib's driving style. Stated there was 3 incidents between the two where there was contact, and has rounded off his statement by saying, "Sorry, this definitely isn't a league for me in a bit." And he's just come out with a new statement. "I'm sorry, I don't normally rant, but I have been here 2 minutes and I already see that this fool can't drive. It's not a bloody sprint. Many laps to go. Wish you all the best, guys. Take care." I think that will be his last words in the league, possibly. The order, there's only 10 people left in this race, and those are Rayner, DJ, Dissolve in the Mercedes, doing a decent job for himself there, Randro, Coys, young leader, JB, who's been demoted to 7th after a bit of contact that we saw earlier on. Mikhail in 8th after I think a bit of contact as well, which led him into the pit lane, and Beast Plays and Labib not there's a few more statements in the chat from other drivers. I think that Andrew is pinning the blame of his incident onto young leader. So by the way, Andrew is Totally No Pro. So I think he's pinning the blame of he had damage on young leader, and that damage, I imagine, is what caused him to crash, maybe? Is what I'm deciphering from that. Young leader responding with, "You sent it," which I guess is why they think the crash happened. That will probably be investigated at the end. Safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap, I imagine. Yeah, this is some interesting discussion going on. The only reason why I'm reading the chat is because it's essentially our team radio. I mean, we don't have team radio in this, obviously, but if we did have team radio, this would be it. So, that's the only reason why I read it out. It gives a bit of insight to what the drivers are thinking at the time. Safety car is in this lap, then Rayner will try and pull away on those medium tyres. It's just going to hold the pack up down this long stretch of road, and we will get racing very soon. Turns 1, 2 and 3 and 4 actually, and even 5 are all pretty 90-degree angle turns. Pretty much all of them are up to turn 7. Right, DJ's got a 5-second time penalty for a collision, I think, with Rayner under these yellow flags. Rayner's gone. We're going to have green flags very shortly. We're going to ride on board with the rear wing of Rayner, and you can have a look at the Mercedes just behind them both. The AlphaTauri nearly going into the back of the Ferrari. Oh, contact at the back. Big contact at the back. That's Mikhail, Beast Plays, and Labib all into the wall, and that's the Mercedes of Dissolve dropping further back as oh my lord, I can't speak. He makes contact as well. Rayner pulling away 2 seconds clear after the contact behind. DJ finding his way through the corner. JB behind him, and Coys behind him as well. I'm going to watch on board with the Mercedes now, and on the rear wing you can just see Coys and that train of cars lining up, ready to make any overtake they can. But Mikhail, it's all gone wrong for him in this championship, where he looks so dominant in some bits. He's had an absolutely terrible start with contact at the back, and now we watch any chance of him doing decently in this race start to slip away a little bit. DJ second, but he's the leader of this train of cars. Is JB going to find a way past him? Is Coy's going to find a way past JB? We'll have to wait and see. Is his wing still there? We'll check in a second. Onto the straight we come, and JB only 4.5 tenths back from Coy's. No, from DJ, sorry. He's going to get a big slipstream. But Coy's is also going to get a big slipstream from the Mercedes. The AlphaTauri weaving, trying to break the slipstream. I don't think he can even weave that much, to be honest, without it being illegal. A lot of weaving there, which I wouldn't be too happy about if I was JB. And into turn 2 we go. No overtake being made there. Coy's a little bit further back from JB than JB is to DJ, and JB is going to try and find a way past. Down the inside he goes, and that might just get it done. No, not quite. DJ hangs it out around the outside, and now down the inside, and they come together. He puts JB into a wall. Somehow he's still in this race, but that allows Coys through and into second place, and that will definitely be investigated. That was a poor quality of driving there to squeeze JB into the wall, and I can only think that that's JB's fault. And oh no, in the background that's Mikhail finding the wall once again. This has not been his race. Up towards the castle section he goes, and down the inside goes the AlphaTauri and Labib, and they come together through the castle section. And Labib has now gone round, checking Mikhail, and he still has a fully intact front wing. I don't know what the Red Bull engineers have made that front wing out of. If it's anything other than Vibranium or Beskar, I would be very, very surprised. Young leader chasing up on Randro. And finding a way past Randro, I think, down the straight. Will he be able to hold this position? Going into turn 1, covers off the Aston Martin driver. And yes, he is. But DRS is going to be open for Randro down the next straight. Coming up to turn 3 they go now. No, turn 2 actually. DRS open for Randro, and he's going to find a way past. No, he isn't. Not the DRS couldn't help him there. Team radio coming through. But because I was too busy watching the actual race, it's disappeared off my screen, so I'll get that up in a second to read it out. But yeah, just watching these guys. Beast has pulled himself back into it, to be fair to him. The Alpine driver not doing too badly for himself. On the back of the Aston Martin driver. Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. Oh, the Ferrari just getting a little bit out of shape on the run up to the castle section, threading it through. They like to cut it close there. We've got a really nice camera angle through here. Andrew says, young leader gave me damage, so the car was already hard to drive, and then I locked up because my setup was poor and crashed. Young leader leading this train of cars here. And to the straight, we're about to go. Randro and Beast Plays getting very familiar with the front and rear wings of each other. The Alpine not finding a way past this time, but with DRS, the story might be a little bit different. You can ride on board with him. He's a bit far back now, but he's going to be deploying all the ERS he can. You can see Dissolve in the background there. DRS open for Beast on Randro, who doesn't have DRS, and around the outside he'll go, and into turn one, he makes that move look very simple, and in truth it probably was. And that is a P5 for Beast Plays. Oh, and that's Mikhail around again. But no matter how much he goes round, his front wing will still remain intact. It's been a pretty bad race for Mikhail so far. I think he's going to be praying for a safety car. Not much action then at this point in the race, but Beast will be trying to make his way through some of the front runners, and you can see him actually starting to put a bit of pressure on young leader now. This is a different Beast that I'm used to seeing. In that Alpine he's doing quite well, and that's Mikhail again struggling. I think the yellow flag was for him. Right, have a look at this. Beast, he has turned into some sort of a beast. This isn't the same driver I'm almost convinced that I normally watch. He's flying around these streets, and we've got a lovely helicopter shot of these two drivers absolutely going at it, ready for the straight. DRS is going to be opened up for the Alpine driver. Let's see if he can utilise it to his best needs. ERS and DRS down this straight. DRS now open, and he's going to be hunting down the Ferrari driver. He's gaining, and on the outside, going into turn one, he is ahead of the Ferrari driver, and a brilliant move that was, and a brilliant camera angle, but the Ferrari of Younglin are not willing to give it up, trying to push it back down the inside there, and Mikhail's retired from the session. So his chance of scoring points has gone out the window. We need a helmet cam in this game, absolutely, Ern. I agree, and there's a safety car, and I think the safety car has come out for the fact that Mikhail has retired from the session. Now, did Mikhail crash, or did Mikhail genuinely just quit? On lap 11, Mikhail was holding out for a safety car. Didn't get it. He's crashed or retired. So we'll have to wait and see. But another safety car, that's not much fun. Oh. Well, we have a bit of time. So once again, you're going to check the Discord. Oh, sorry, hit the microphone there, my bad. Thanks, man. Really? Okay. I feel a bit bad for reading these out now. Mikhail, I think, expressing some displeasure towards Beast for that incident. I think we did actually see it, you know. A bit of contact into the rear of and there's Rayner actually putting a new front wing on as well. Interesting. From the Ferrari back out. That's held up his teammate Young Leader. Will probably demote him quite far down the order. Mikhail, I think, got the rear wing damage. We did see that, and I think that's why he was struggling so much. And I do agree, rear wing damage is horrible. It's very difficult to drive with. And just to confirm, New Era has left the league, so I think that's it for New Era. We won't see him again. So, I've just seen that from Ern, a more private message. An interview done after he's had time to cool down. Essentially, what happened was there was an incident between Coyes is in the lead, by the way. Through the pit stops, he's managed to gain a position on Rayner. What's happened is Beast has gone into the back of Mikhail, giving him red rear wing damage, which is very difficult to drive with, and worst of all, you can't fix it, so you're in a bad situation at that point. Gave me a response, so I don't think he's very mad. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think the quality of driving it's difficult around a street circuit, and I think there's been a lot of contact, which has ruined races, and that is why we've seen the amount of DNFs and incidents that we have. We need a team radio sound. Yeah, so I wish there was, like, because they have it. I don't know how they work the Pro League, but I wish we had the same, like, kind of spectator mode as the Pro League, where, like, yeah, no, I just wish we could actually host it like a proper race. That'd be great, with like team radios and other people chipping in, replays and stuff like that. It'd be great. Pit exit pen. WTF, says Young Leader. I think it is impossible. I think it is possible, but very hard to do. Yeah, so we could set it up. I have actually looked into it before this new league, this new season started. I was really looking into how to get stuff set up and have graphics and stuff. but I kind of came to the conclusion, yeah, it's extremely difficult. Labib with a 5-second time penalty for a collision under the safety car. Safety car is in this lap, and you need a second man to control it all. Well earned. We have you. I'm joking. Yeah, no, it would be a bit of a pain, but it would be great to have. But yeah, it is one of those. I mean, we get like 10 viewers maximum, so I don't think they would really be worth the time. Right, the race is about to get back underway. Koiz is going to be the one leading them away. Ahead of them, 13 more laps. They've done half race distance. They've got to do another half, and I think, yes, Koiz has gone. And Rayner has not gone very quickly at all. Into the pits goes Labib, which is interesting, seeing as we just had all of that time. DJ, Dissolve, nothing really happening at the moment. Looking on the rear end of the Mercedes, nothing happening there. DJ might have a little opportunity here, though, on the Aston Martin ahead of him, of Randro. Is he going to try something down the inside into turn 3? No, he's not. He thinks the better of it. And lets that one rest for now. But he's going to stay very close to the back of that Mercedes-powered car. The green Aston Martin. That is, ooh, following really nicely, and he could sneak a move here, but it's probably too risky. But there is a possibility that he sneaks a move. I don't think he should, but he could. Rayner a second behind Koiz, so he's currently struggling in second place. Yeah, Koiz is pulling away, and this isn't good for Rayner. This is not what he wants to see. Losing that position in the pits, and Koiz will start to move further and further away. Right, DJ is going to get a nice slipstream on Randro in the Aston Martin down this straight. The AlphaTauri is going to hunt him down like a lion attacking his prey. Here comes the AlphaTauri. He doesn't even need the DRS. The slipstream is good enough. They're side by side. DRS will open up now, and it's going to be a drag race to turn 1, but it's going to be a drag race. The DJ's always expected to win. DRS is not open, actually, but with the slipstream and ERS usage, down the inside he goes, and yeah, that move was relatively simple for him. Young leader has gone around turn 1, and it drops down the order, and yeah, Dissolve not really able to put any pressure on. Beast Plays, who was having a really good race at one point, down in 6th. I didn't go round, got hot. Ah, right, okay. I got you. Just overshot it basically down into turn 1. That is what happened to Young Leader. Yeah, DJ 5/10 behind Rayner now, and Rayner really does seem to be struggling here. DJ's flying and Rayner's not. Through the castle section they go. You can see Koiz in the just up the road actually there, and you can see that DJ's a lot closer to Rayner than Rayner is to Koiz. This could go from bad to worse for Rayner. He just needs to keep his cool, regroup, and try and do well in the later stage of this race. He's on those hard tyres, so the mediums won't last forever. And DJ is going to get past him. I'm almost positive about it. Pushing him in through these corners. DJ, ERS, and the slipstream on the inside line. Is Rayner going to be able to try and put it back around the outside? No, he's not. And DJ will take that position. Rayner's going to try and come back at him, but there isn't really any opportunity. He will get DRS down this straight, though. What can Rayner do? Can he retake P2? He's got DRS open, but look how far back he is already. Yeah, just too far to even think about a move, let alone attempt one. And I think DJ is just showing this incredible pace, and he's going to catch up. He's going to catch up to the McLaren Coys at this rate. On those medium tyres, Coys on the softs. Those softs aren't going to last though. Rayner's hard will, and I think Rayner will come back into a decent bit of pace by the end. You were saying, Ern, about... You were saying how Rayner's pace has dropped off. Oh, young leader retiring from the session, and it's another safety car. Honestly. I think it's time to turn increased safety car off, I won't lie. Because this is out of hand. 3 safety cars in, what, like a 50% race? I mean, I'm waiting to have my tea here. Normally I try and have it before the race, but that wasn't possible today, and now... Yeah, he said Rayner's pace has gone down in this game. In F1 22 he was a beast. Yeah, I think that's one thing, but I think a lot of people really struggled, I know I did, with the handling in F1 22, and I think it wasn't that his pace has necessarily gone down, it's just that everyone else has improved. Right, into the pits we go, with Rayner. The only one who stayed out is DJ, which might be a bit of a mistake for the AlphaTauri. Medium's going, no. Soft's going on to the Ferrari, which is, to be honest, a logical move. It means that everyone's going to be on the same tyres except for Coys, and he's moved off the softs onto the mediums. I think he's going to get pitted here off the line. DJ probably should have pit. Not going to lie, I kind of liked F1 22 handlings better. It was more skillful. Yeah, it was also just it was inconsistent. Sometimes you could really put your foot down, and sometimes if you even went past a quarter through a corner, you'd spin around. I don't think, I think when you're playing with no traction control, though, I don't think the grip is nearly impossible to spin. Think about when you're watching the actual F1, how many times do you see these drivers, I know they are professionals, but how many... This game is meant to simulate you being a professional F1 driver. How many times do you see the professionals just randomly spin out around a corner? It doesn't happen a lot, and it was happening too much. This game is way more buggy compared to 22. That is also probably true. Yeah, I just think EA is just bad for games in general. Safety car's not going to be in for a little while, is it? So I'm not sure. Young leader, if you could give us a bit, or Paolo, sorry, give us a bit about what happened with your crash. I know you were typing something in chat. I don't remember any bugs in 22, even though it got a few. I got it a few weeks after release. So there are definitely some bugs in F1 22. Yeah, Crazy Speed AI was one. I got taken out, right, okay. He was so far behind me. Who was it? Was it Labib? JBX, right, okay. No, I was just thinking because I thought, no, actually, sorry, no, I was getting young leader mistaken. That's my bad. I was getting young leader mistaken. I thought he was at the back of the pack already after his runoff. So I was thinking logically, well, Labib's at the back right now, so the only person that could have gone for an overtake on him would have been Labib. So that was my thought process there. I was not just going, oh yeah, it's Labib. Labib is the Daniel Kvyat of the league, except he won't get his girl stolen if he has one. Christ. Imagine though if he has like a wife or something, or Labib's got a girlfriend, comes into this league, gets booted out, gets his seat stolen by a youngster, and then gets his girlfriend stolen by the same guy who took his seat. To be fair, I suck at this track lore. I weren't even meant to race, only landed back in the UK 3 hours ago. Fair enough, Paolo, mate. And his kid too. Earned, leaving nothing out there. Not on the track though, it's in the chat. Young leader, where else did you land? Oh, Paolo, where else did you come in from? Were you on holiday or something? Hopefully the safety car's in this lap. I think it will be. DJ will lead them away. At least we have had a new leader under the safety car every time. Safety car, I think, yeah, is definitely coming in now. I've just smashed something up. I've just knocked something. Beast Players gets a 5-second time penalty, that's not good. We're going to get racing in a second. DJ will lead them away in that AlphaTauri. Rainer and Coys will be hot on his trail. Both Red Bulls are out, yes. I hope that happens in tomorrow's race, and I don't care. And DJ gets them back underway. Leading down into turn 1, he has jumped them. Coys couldn't stick with him, and neither could Rainer. Randro pretty far off the back of Rainer, and then Dissolve is even further back off Randro. I'm just looking at the order, trying to find any bit of action that I can, but I can't. Oh, there is a bit here. Dissolve might be under a bit of pressure from Beast Plays. Only 2 tenths separating them, and into the left-hander they go, and nothing happens. Further up the order, there's a bit of a tussle going on for P1, and that was a bit slidey on the rear for DJ. His tyres starting to wear a little bit, maybe, and Coys is going to try and pounce on that as soon as he can. Rainer going to make it through. These soft tyres will come into form in a second. He just needs to get it going. He just needs to get in that slipstream and get past one of them, and then he'll be on it. He can't afford to wait around though, because Coys will pull away, and he will pull away quickly if he gets past DJ. DJ, I don't think he's going to win this race. He's going to be too slow by the end on those tyres. The problem with crossways, the people on PC can get a grip with grip hacks, and we wouldn't know unless they make it obvious. That's true. Just like, what's his face? Was it Thomas Ronhart? Is that what people accuse him of? Rainer sticking with Coys, and Coys isn't sticking really with DJ. They're all pretty equal distance right now. One of them is going to have to make a move sooner rather than later, and I think it's going to be Rainer. Like, what if DJ has him right now, but we just don't know it yet? Well, yeah, it wouldn't be too bad for him, would it? Because he'd be on those hard tyres. Right, here we go. Coys going to power his way past DJ. Into turn 1 they go, side by side, around the outside. Can Coys get past? No, he can't. Switches to the inside, and I think he's going to send it there. No, he's not. DJ holding his own on the outside line, and Rainer, this is just letting him and Randro and the rest of the pack behind them get involved a little bit. Coys now on the outside of the track, but DJ just persevering on the inside there, breaking that toe, breaking the slipstream, and keeping in front. Coys unable to make a move yet, but that's the closest that they've gotten a little bit. Rainer then behind Coys, and he's just a bit off them at the moment, taking a slightly different line you saw there. Through that section, we ride just on board. Watch them about to go through this technical section, the castle section, the most dreaded, feared corner in Formula 1. I think everyone makes it through relatively unscathed there. Rainer now going to try and power down and get a bit of a run on Coys. But nothing happening at the moment. I think the stream is slightly bot viewed. What makes you think that? Dissolve. Oh, Rainer all over the back of Coys now, actually. And look at the way he is sticking to the back of Coys. surely there's an overtake here from the Ferrari driver. Moves to the right-hand side. They nearly make contact there. They are making contact, and the AlphaTauri is going to sandwich them both in. And Koiz barely manages to escape, and I think he's going to be able to get around the outside. Yes, he is. Around the outside he goes into P1, into turn 1. Right, now through turn 2 and on the run down to turn 3, we ride on board with Rayner, who gets DRS on the AlphaTauri. He's going to go to the left side of the track, and he's going to go flying past. And now Koiz has got to watch out because Rayner is flying. Those soft tyres have really kicked into system, and he is going to really start to put pressure on that P1 position where he was not too many laps ago, if you remember. Rayner, all kinds of pressure on the back of Koiz. You said his pace had dropped. I think people have just gotten better. I think Rayner has still got the pace to be a world champion. I never thought he was the fastest. I think Mikhail is faster, but I think, I've said it before and I will say it again, Rayner is captain consistency if I've ever seen it. Rayner is the most consistent guy here, except for Forrest Jump, and I don't know if Forrest Jump still races or not. I've not seen him in a while. Forrest Jump is definitely the most consistent, but Rayner's fast, and really consistent. Yeah, you're going to get guys who are faster, but you're not going to get guys who are that fast and that consistent. He's unreal, and he's about to show what consistency pays off for. As down the straight, he's going to get that slipstream. He's going to use his DRS, and most importantly, he's going to get that DRS on the softer compound of tyre. Koiz did well this race. He did well in qualifying. He was fast, but Rayner was faster. The man who's got 3 championships to his name is going to go flying past Koiz down the straight. The McLaren, there's nothing he can do about it. DRS open into turn 1. Can Koiz maybe try and conjure something up down the inside? No, he can't. Can Koiz just stick with Rayner so that he gets the DRS back through turn 3 and gets it down the straight? I don't think... Well, he can, but will he be close enough? We'll have to wait and see. DJ's got off the track. The man who was in 3rd for a comfortable amount of time has gone off the track due to the tyres, and Koiz can't go past him. DJ demoted to 8th. Labib down in 7th. Was there a bit of contact between the teammates? I'm not sure. I think Labib was just a bit further back in the track. But they are both down there now. A poor race for the AlphaTauri. Not as bad for the sister team in Red Bull. And Rayner will start to pull away, dissolving the Mercedes, trying to get past Randro in the Aston Martin. Randro in 4th at the moment. Would love to get a podium, but I don't think that's going to happen at the moment because he's a second behind Koiz. Dissolve is going to do everything he can to get this podium. When I said that he's a second behind Koiz, I didn't really word it very well. He's a second behind Koiz. He's not going to get the DRS, but he is now. And Dissolve is very close to the back of Randro. Can Randro get past... I think Forrest isn't even in the league anymore. That's sad, because I did like Forrest. He's a good driver and a nice guy in the chat, to what I knew at least. It's a shame to see that he's gone if that is the case. Right. Dissolve on the back of Randro. 3/10. I've never seen Dissolve get a podium before. I've not really seen him race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he could be on for his first podium in the league here. DRS open against the Aston Martin. It's a drag race to turn 1, but the slipstream and the ERS will pay out. No, it won't. Down the inside, he's going to keep his nose in here. The Mercedes driver doing everything he can to get past that Aston Martin, and he does. Into turn 2 they go, and he takes 3rd place, the final podium position off the Aston Martin driver's hands. But can he keep it? That's the important thing, because back comes Randro with DRS. Into turn 4 they're going to go now. Turn 3, sorry. My lord, my voice is feeling the effects now. And Randro can't get back past, and he's going to be under some pressure from JBX, who's under some pressure from Beast. So this has really started kicking off right at the end of this Grand Prix with only 3 laps to go. There's a lot of switches for position. There's a lot of contention. Anyone could get a podium right now, but I imagine it's going to be Dissolve, Koiz and Rayner. But anything can happen. Beast, all over the back of JBX, who's all over the back of Randro, who is dropping back from Dissolve, who's had a really good race, considering I've not really seen him race before. I think he's a relatively new driver. Randro, he's just going to have to try and fend off the attacks that lay behind him. JBX 6/10 down. Beast plays 5/10 from him. It's going to be a tight one down this straight. Will we see an overtake? We're going to have to watch Randro. Watching this rear wing through this section now. Randro with 2 drivers behind him who both have DRS. But I think because JBX is so much further away that he's actually going to be under more pressure than Randro is. We'll have to wait and see. Watching these guys go through, down the straight we go. Going back to the rear wing of Randro. You can see in the background, here comes Beast. Past JBX. Up into 6th. Oh no! Big collision! Oh no, Beast goes off the track into the back of Randro. And JBX takes 4th place. That's not an outcome that I saw happening at all. Beast plays just overcooked it completely. That is a really, really bad move. Just completely overdid it into the corner. Goes flying off the track and takes Randro with him pretty much. Randro won't be happy about that. JBX will be absolutely buzzing. It's going to be a Mercedes 3-4 if it stays this way. With only 2.5 laps remaining, it's hard to see anyone being able to contest with Rayner now. The only slight fight that we do have is Labib and DJ going at it. Young leader agreeing with Ern's statement that Randro is not going to be best pleased with that attempt of an overtake. And if I was Randro, I wouldn't be either. That was appalling. That was a really, really bad incident there. We could have a bit of late drama for P2 though, because Dissolve has been chipping away at Coys. Those soft tyres doing wonders for the Mercedes driver. And I didn't even think Dissolve was faster than his teammate JBX, but he has proved me fully wrong. Nearly. Yes, he is. He's in DRS range of Coys now. With a few more laps to go, could we see the Mercedes taking that 2nd place? We'll have to wait and see. Dissolve powering down in the Mercedes. 6 tenths of gap. It's going to drop, isn't it? DRS, ERS. 5 tenths of gap now. And he's gaining and gaining. We ride on board. But no move able to be made there from Dissolve. But I'm sure he's going to get past him sooner rather than later. This is really good driving from Dissolve. DRS open again. Flying down the straight. Is he going to be able to get past the papaya orange McLaren into turn 3? No, not again. Just too far back to make anything stick at the moment. But he's got another lap to get past him after this one. So he doesn't have to rush anything. Randro on the back of JBX. He's going to try and get back up into 4th place. The Mercedes driver needs to defend like his life is on the line if he wants a maximum result that Mercedes can realistically get out of this. His teammate is doing everything he can to get 2nd. JB is going to have to do everything he can to get 4th. Randro is going to throw everything at him. It's about whether or not he can cope. Dissolve flying here. Like we said before, 5 tenths, 6 tenths the gap, 5.5 tenths the gap to Coys in front of him. But that is going to come down very soon because last lap he was a 2nd and it was only 3 tenths by the time they were at the end of the straight. This time he's 5 tenths. He should get past the McLaren driver here. Oh, JBX picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. No, that's not what he wanted to see at all. What happened? Track limits has come back to bite the Mercedes driver. Now he just has to finish ahead of DJ. But this is the fight we want to see. With just over a lap remaining, Dissolve is going to make this move for 2nd place. Down the main straight, the start-finish straight, DRS open, and he's flying here. Miles past the McLaren. And he is past the McLaren. And into the 1st corner, he is ahead by a car's length comfortably. I'm sure, though, Coys is going to try and find his way back past him down this straight. Coys, this could be his last chance to get past. He is going to have one more run at him on the final straight. JBX coming across to cover it off. But Coys is going to try and find a way back through. Yes, he is. It's brilliant from Coys. Dissolve doing everything he can to keep him at bay. But not enough. Coys has managed to get past. And while Raider is leading this race and almost certainly will go on to win, Coys has just managed to get past Dissolve despite Dissolve's pace. Can Dissolve launch one last attack on the McLaren driver? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be to the line. Do not leave. It reminds you of Aurora. Yes, that race where I over-commentated the last lap on purpose. It was a bit of fun last lap action though. Right, Dissolve all over the back of Coy's, 6/10 the gap, but he's going to need to make the move as soon as he possibly can down the straight in the gap, 6/10. He's going to need to be as close as he can to Coy's through this last corner, and he's dropped 7/10. It's not looking too positive for Dissolve. He's going to have to put absolutely everything he can. Rayner is going to cross the line, I'm sure, very soon to win this Grand Prix. And like Ern says, it's going to be a drag race. Great race from Rayner to win it. But here comes Dissolve. Can he get past? No, he can't. He's far too far back. And Coy's will cross the line to take second place. Dissolve third. Rayner wins it. JBX will cross the line to finish fourth on the track, but fifth after the time penalty is received. Randro fourth in this race. DJ sixth, and still waiting to cross the line after a really promising start. It just got worse and worse for him as the race commenced, and Beast Plays, who will definitely get a speaking to at the end of this race after that incident with Randro. I think there's a lot of people who are going to get a speaking to at the end of this race, but I think he just nabbed the fastest lap there at the very end, Beast Plays. But that does round off, and he gets driver of the day. Controversial decision there. Driver of the day for Beast Plays. That concludes the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and I've got my dinner to get to. Rayner, is that his first win of the season? Well, it's a brilliant way to get your first win of the season. A difficult struggle, but dominance when he needed it. He takes that Baku trophy home. He needs this for the title fight, I'm pretty sure. I've not been here for a long time, so I've missed a lot. But if someone could just... I'll check what the championship's looking like, actually, at the moment. Great race, though, from the guys on the podium, and every single one of them does deserve to be there. It was a good race from them. They stayed valiant, and they stayed right until the very end and managed to get those points that they so desperately needed. So the current championship looks like this. Coy's, I didn't expect that. Coy's finishing second, which is good for him, because he does lead the way in this championship. Rayner down in fourth with only 68 points. That's a huge win for him. Beast Plays picking up the extra point there. Would do interviews, but kind of pointless since the stream is ending. I would love to do interviews. I would love to get someone to join a PlayStation party or a Discord party and do an interview with them. But I just don't think it would work. If anyone, give me a shout. Literally anyone in chat, just give me a shout right now. If you were in that race and you want an interview, then give me a shout and we'll do a very quick one, like 5 minutes. I'd say probably it has to be one of the podium sitters, but I don't mind too much. It would just join Discord. Yeah, so the problem with the Discord thing, I can actually do a voice chat in Discord, but I don't know if it picks up the audio from other people. I'll reiterate, if anyone wants to join like a PlayStation party or something, bro, I had 70 ERS behind the train. They all had 0, but yeah, tyres gave. Here come the tickets. Yes, indeed, they will. Lots of incidents today. Right, I'll reiterate, I can't do interviews on PC. Oh, my Siri has decided to pipe up. Right, I think we won't do an interview today because I'm going to go and get my dinner. Congratulations to Rayner for that win. Huge in the title fight. He needed that. Yeah, I'm just going to go off now because it's just like, it's one of those, I've got to go get my dinner because I'm like 40 minutes past when I'm meant to get my dinner, so I need to go and get it now. But yeah, no, thanks for everyone who tuned into the stream. Again, big thanks to you for being my Ted Kravitz, my Skyrish Control co-commentator. As per, I do appreciate it. And Paolo, anyone else who joined in the stream, those are just two to mention. Anyone else who joined in on the stream, like Beast or anything, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you again next week for the next race. But from me and everyone else at Aurora Racing League, good morning, good afternoon, or good night.